All right. Hello, hello. It is I, and the age. Me. How's it going? It's time to do some art. We're just gonna jump straight into it because I don't really have anything to preface or brief or do anything of that sort on. So, yeah, we're just going to head straight into it. Now, would this please load? Thank you. All right. Now, hello. What's up, Tommy? Uh, so today the plan is to do a couple of things. It's fly. There's a fly that's been bugging me for the past while. Um, Amongst them are I have to work on the Hoog Locust emote that was we had come up with like a while ago because it is Halloween. You know, Hoog Locust. Basically, it's going to be the Hoog. Imagine that's the Hoog. His mouth like that. And then from his mouth, a swarm of locusts. Like that. And that'll be the Halloween emote for for us. Yeah. Otherwise, there is also yeah, exactly, the new Hoog Pog. There is also going to be some need for some designs that one might be able to say put on a pumpkin because it is closing in on Halloween and we need to get some pumpkins made. So this next art stream that's going to happen next Monday is going to be a pumpkin carving stream. And I want some designs for that. So let me just finish drawing this shitty little pumpkin. Kind of pog. It seems like a fun idea just to, you know, the best pumpkin. It seems like a fun idea just to kind of goof around with and do stuff. And then, you know what I could do after Halloween? I could do a pumpkin destroying stream. And that, I feel like, would be a good use of my art stream time. But, yeah, so we've got pumpkin, designs. And then we have Hoog locusts. That's the main one. The Hoog locust is the one that I'm gonna work on first, and then we can work on any pumpkin designs in the case that people have them. Now, I think first things first, we gotta draw the Hoog and make him cryptid-y, right? So, I'm not exactly sure how we should do this. The head. Now, it could be... I feel like... Should I make it... Making... Yeah, you did do that, but, we have to make him more cryptid. Yeah, cryptid-esque. Kryptonin. He needs to be more kryptonin. Now the question is, would it be better if I had the Hoog facing towards the camera? Or would it be better if I had like a side profile of it? Because with a side profile, I feel like it might be a little bit easier to tell. But if he's facing inwards at the camera, then that's a little spookier. So there's a trade-off here to think about. Let me just do this because I don't want to try drawing two equal eyes Okay, there we go. Good enough. I don't know why I'm drawing his eyes first. I guess I normally draw his eyes first, don't I? Huh. I never thought about it. But a lot of the time, I just draw the big circles for his eyes before doing anything else. Alright. Let's see. How big even is his head? He's got a pretty big head. But also, actually, hold on. If I wanted to, I could do it like this. And have his mouth, like, fucking hinged open. I could do that. That would be a tad spooky, I'd imagine. I'm really winging it here. I don't know. I have no reference imagery. I have nothing. I had an idea and I'm going. Alright, so just jaw like that. He's gonna have a nose, obviously. He's gotta have a nose. He's the Hoog. And then it would be like that. And then we can bring his jaw like that. And then we just mirror it on the bottom here. Oh God. Okay. That definitely looks a bit terrifying. Especially if the eyes are like if it's like that. I feel like I've got the basic idea down. Now I think for one thing, the eyes do need to be a bit bigger. So we're just going to increase the size of the eyeballs. Ceiling? Let's check. I mean, could do something like that. I think I'm probably going to do the red eyes thing. But I do want the rest of him to be visible. So unless you're doing that for time, I will be trying. I want to see if this can work, because even the locust part of this might be a bit of a challenge, but I wouldn't be able to know. I think part of what makes the Hoog able to be scary, he's got giant ass eyes, right? But if you give him the tiniest pupil in those huge eyes, suddenly it looks a bit more ferocious, you know? Oh God. Yeah, if you do something like that. Ooh. This is a good start. And then we'll round it over a bit more. This is going to be the new and improved Hoog Dread, where it is more faithful to his actual design. Where is Hoog Dread? Do I still have Hoog Dread? I do. Hoog Dread. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this, where this part of the eye actually comes in closer. Like so. All right. I've never even thought about what the Hoog might look like at this angle. I think he would have a rather thin jaw here, right? So it'd probably be like that. All right. Oh. We got a DM. All right. So this, I guess, is the blocked out shape, huh? And I can add his teeth. Just make them notably bigger than they are usually. Oh. Let's do that. That's quite the thing. I like that. I like how this is turning out already. I feel like this might be a bit better like so. There we are. And then we could add a little Hoog throat. Like so. Just to have at the back. Because the majority of this is going to be covered up, but there does need to be a source of the Hoog. So, now that we have that... Oh, God. I just saw that pop into the stream, or into the ceiling. How horrific. Also, we will need some like this. Oh, man. This really brings into question, like, the Hoog's, like, eye mobility. Because I guess if he opens up his jaws and he looks forwards, this is what you would see. This is just him looking forwards, except his mouth is, like, up here. So this is him looking down, actually. This image... In this image right now, he is actively looking down at you. He is staring down at you. I think it would be less pathetic and more, you know? I think, you know, I think it matches the look a little bit more. All right. So now that we've got this, could also do. Here, let's test this actually. Could also do just absolutely massive eyes. Like in that in that edit you did. Can't go wrong with hyper-realistic eyes. Ain't that the truth? Okay, that might be even, like, worse. Like, holy shit. Add a little bit of detailing around it. Now, one thing about having eyes like this, if you want it to be scary, you have to see the whites all the way around it. That's something I noticed a while ago. If you want, like, eyes to look scary, you have to see the whites around them. Otherwise, it kind of just looks like eyes. So, let's... Yeah, let's just do this. Just gonna go in, try to make this as round and giant as possible while not touching the edges. And next idea, got a screen here. There's the screen cap you can grab. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going back to work. All right. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks pretty awful. That looks pretty fucked. In short, good. It looks good. I gotta round this out. You know what? Why am I doing it like this? I could just draw a circle as opposed to trying to mold a circle. That's not how eyes work. It's like an eye within an eye. All right. That's pretty good. Now we go in and take out a chunk. Like so. And then we will have a smaller circle in the middle. And that'll be capped off with a red dot later. But right now, it's pretty good. That, I'd say, is a pretty solid stare of death. All right. Let's just get straight into the detailing on this. I'm impatient. I'm gonna call this one Hoog Line Art. And we will add another layer. Hoog Galar. Hoog Locust. There we go. Although in actuality, I'll need to get rid of this from the Hoog line art. Just because, it prevents me from doing something that I want to try. So we're going to do this. Add that red. And then around it, I want to put also like a darker red. That's not light enough. So that it looks like the red eye in the center is like reflecting off of stuff. Oh yeah, you could definitely also have veins. I didn't even think about that. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Here, so let's go like this. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think this was definitely the perfect point for you to have made that, because it is excellent inspiration for the Halloween season. I'm just trying some designs here. Seeing if I can make something particularly unsettling. Yeah, no, it came out well. Alright, and then we take the last thing. I mean, it looks interesting, but it's nothing particularly spooky. Kind of just looks like he's got gems for eyes. So, let's bring that back to the drawing board. Perhaps just the dark eye with the red, bleeding red pupil. Maybe that would be the best way to go about it. It's already very unsettling, which is exactly the goal. Hoog Locust thing. Can't find your GIF? Here, I have it saved. There it is. Let's see. No problem. Let's see if I can do it like this instead. So like a red circle inside of a circle inside of a circle inside of a circle. Oh, that is, I think, better. I wonder. I can't tell which one is like the best for this. Yeah. Honestly, the specifics as to what the Hoog is, like how tall he is, what he does, anything about him seem to be steadily becoming more broad. Like I had a basic idea as to what he was for a while, but at this point, he's sort of just kind of he just kind of is whatever is convenient. And in this instance, he is a fucking cryptid beast. All right, so we're just gonna do his regular colors for now. I should. All right. Get rid of that. We're gonna go with a kind of pink. I don't know. There's not really a dark pink. That's just brown. Gonna go with that one horror story of that AI watching people. Is that I have no mouth, but I must scream. I never read or watched it, so I wouldn't know. But it's the one with Am, the murderous AI. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm if it was just this as the image, which already that's pretty good, then it's not what you meant. It's like a Simpsons parody. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I could make the inside of his mouth glowing. Like glowing red. And then you would only really be able to see it in between the locusts as they come through. I like that idea. I like how that sounds. So, let me give it a shot. Okay. And just do this. Now we can grab that. Take a slightly less vibrant version of this. Or maybe I could do it on the inside instead. Let's see. New idea. But it's going to require a bit of thinking. So we're going to start off, make it all red. Very red. Okay. And then we're going to just add layers. Like so. And as it gets further and further away, it's just going to get darker and darker. But not too dark. I want it to still, you know, be visible. Not visible. I want it to still be visible. Alright, and from here... Oh, 2001 A Space Odyssey. I was actually thinking of... I was actually thinking you might be talking about that, but I don't remember that as a horror movie. I guess it kind of is, isn't it? Alright. Enter stage left, portal to hell within the Hoog's face. Alright, we're just gonna... Didn't watch it, but you know there was an AI... Yeah. It was like a self-aware AI or something that killed people, I guess. I don't know. Again, never watched it. Alright, I'd say that's a pretty good effect. It does look like he's charging a fucking death laser. But no worries, it's just gonna be a horde of locusts. Alright, so I can remove the Hoog Yap. Quickly hit the save button. Yeah, exactly. Now, let's see how well I can actually do a locust thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and make a bunch of little circles out of gray. Maybe I'll make the brush lower capacity or opacity rather. And we're just going to do I made the wrong brush. I changed the brush after making it lower opacity. Very smart of me. But we're just going to go through and draw a bunch of these over top of one another. No. It's on its own layer, so that's fine. So we'll just add a number of them. It's kind of dancing about. And we'll just see how far I can go with this. And if it works at all. Hmm. Now maybe this system uh with the higher or lower opacity, perhaps that doesn't work as well as I'm hoping it does. Uh Wait, actually, that does kind of look that works surprisingly well. From afar, that does kind of just look like he is spitting out a bunch of bees and shit. Let's continue this. All right. How's that look? I kind of like it. I kind of like how it looks, and I like how the red throat there is covered up somewhat. Honestly, yeah. End quote. um, with bees, without bees. All right. Now, what I will do is I will add Hoog spooky lines. Because if you want to make it look real spooky scary, you got to make everything way more lines than it should be. You know, murder. So we're just going to go through. Like so. And see if that does anything good or bad to the end result of the drawing. I could do this as well. I don't know how well that'll work, though. We'll have to see. That works pretty well. That does a good job of conveying a sense of fear. How far can I take this? All right. That's that's pretty good. Now we can do some just around the teeth. Like so. I wonder if that would even come across on like as an emote it doesn't do that bad a job. That's about as small as it should be. On screen it's even smaller. I'm just adding some texture lines. Honestly, that's pretty good. Now, in order to make it work, it needs to also be visible on a black background. So what I might do is I might go over here. We might try doing the white background trick. Or not the the white background on the what do you call it? For that. Words are hard. So we're just gonna go in, add that brush, white outline, like so. Increase the size a bit. Oh, I can't have the duplicate on with this. I don't know if this will affect the look of the piece too much. I actually need to do this first. So go like that. Now, by the way, it's already nearly been an hour, but I'm probably not going to be streaming too long today just because I am tired and I don't have that many plans for today's stream anyways. So, depending on how stuff works out, we may be ending this stream very, very soon. Which is a shame, but, eh. I mean, like, I only have so many ideas at once to use, so sometimes I do need to just take a break, take it easy. Alright, so we have this. Now we can go back to the white outlines and add these back in. Oh yeah, Grinch's Ultimatum. I keep forgetting that I added this. It's too good a track to limit it to the memes that are built around it. Okay. Can I draw a frog with a wizard hat? I could draw a frog with a wizard hat. Also, hello, cheese. It's a hoog on a pumpkin, a pumpkin. I think it's a hoobkin. Hoogkin? There's no G in pumpkin. It's hard to do. Poobkid? Poog... Humpkin? No. That's not quite it. Hoogumpkin? I couldn't tell you. Alright. Pumpkin. So many things about the Hoog that we do not know. Because I did not take the time to sit down and flesh out the Hoog's lore. Of course, when you're creating lore for a character, you have to consider what what the name of a pumpkin would be, given you carved the face of that character into it. Yes, that makes sense. Alright, so now we're just gonna go through, do the white outline. Could also try this out as like a red outline. I always do the white outline, but it isn't actually like I have yet to try out the different ways of doing this. Frog and Hoog would just be a frug. True. Or a hog. Which is effectively just what the Hoog is supposed to be. Just hog. Alright. I'm doing that wrong. Alright. Go through. Almost have it. There we are. It's a little bit more sketchy than usual. Innocent little groundhog who unfortunately stumbled into a cursed ruin. The gods resting in this ruin hated what they saw. The Hoog. So they made him as giant as the trees. Spewing locusts at you if you happen to anger him. Wow. What a story. I don't know. I don't know what the Hoog is. Kind of just a guy. All right, I'd say that works. That's a pretty effective emote there. Honestly, that worked out pretty easily. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go grab the emote sheet. Where is the emote sheet? There it is. No, it's not. Make a frog dressed up as Hoog. Now that's an idea. Nobody knows what the Hoog is. Scientists are speculating about his origin. Yeah. I don't at the Hi, clown guy. I'm not sure what the Hoog could be. What he would be. I guess he is just kind of like a groundhog. That's the long and short of it, at least. Cinema. He's my... Oh, God, no. You know, sometimes you just have an animal character. Doesn't need to be a fursona. And this is the thing. If I did, oh my fucking fuck, is that your reaction to this? It's a bit more than usual, eh? If I did have a fursona, why would I choose a fucking groundhog? A groundhog? Why? Who would do that? Why would anybody choose that? It's unique, I guess. You both emerged from the ground. People choose skunks and possums. Well, skunks and possums have like interesting things happening with them. Like both of them have stripes and whatnot. So it makes sense to me why people would choose those. Consider the stinky. Some people are just stinky. Some people want to imbue their online... I guess personas aren't really online. I don't know enough about that shit. I have friends who would love to teach me. I don't know enough of that shit, though. But maybe some people just really want to imbue the stink into their characters. All right. So this is pretty much finished, I think. Like, that's an emote. You're afraid they'll actually get through to me one day. I mean, at the end of the day, again, if I ever were to make a persona, it wouldn't be the Hoog. What will it replace? We'll see. Apart from pure terror, Halloween. It's just gonna be called Hoog Locust. So, I don't know. I think this is one of those take away what you will from the image. Hogust. Yes, of course. Is that the place where the Harry Potter went to learn magic? Hogust. Hook. Yeah, Hogust. Oh, do I not have the Hoog Saw? Is the Hoog Cry emote no longer available to you? You can't use my Hoog branded sad. All right. PNG. We're gonna call this one Hoog Locusts. Sad and the Pog are your favorites. Is the sad no longer available? Did I take it off or something? Let me check, actually. I did, didn't I? I did. I swapped out 10 pebs. Well, hey, the day's up. The day's over. So, I'm swapping them back around. Alright, yeah. There we go. You can have your cry back. 10 pebs can go back to the back lines. I can swap them around. I can swap them around as much as I want. I'm sorry, Cheese. You'll just have to spend the mud to get it. You'll have to enter your mud into the raffle and get the chance of getting Clown Guy, Jimbo, Hoog You, Clown Guy Cinema, or 10 Pebbles. So, yeah, it shows text. I'm sorry, it's how it has to be. You're the only person who uses the 10 Pebbles emote to the extent that you do. Like, it's crazy. And, so, now, let's see. This file is getting a bit big, because I've got all of the emotes. Yeah, all of these emotes in it. Holy shit! Holy shit! I like that combination. All right. So I'll go back here and I'll save this as create a file. Emote sheet. Save. All right, and now I will be swapping Hoog Dread out for this new one. Switch tabs and it shows text always now. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's how it has to be, all right? I could only have 10 pebbles as a thing for so long. Hoog Locusts. Or should it just be Hoog Locust? Hoog Locust? Yeah, Hoog Locust probably better. Alright, so now for the month of October, Hoog Locust is going to be it's gonna be the thingamajig to get to do. Sorry, my brain's not working. I'm messing around with stuff. You also have to pay for cinema every time? Yeah. It's how it works. Oh, hey, Cheese gambled and won. I mean, either that or you pay money. So, I can't do much about it. I can make certain ones here. Let me make sure that certain ones are accessible. So Clown Guy doesn't need to be the Clown Guy emote doesn't really need to be anything. There's no real purpose to having Clown Guy as an emote. Especially since I have the other Clown Guy. You can also pay more mud and get the one you want. True. I didn't know that. I thought that you had to gamble every time. That kind of takes the fun out of it. So I'm going to remove Clown Guy. He's dead. Actually, I'm not going to remove him. I'm just going to keep him in the library and get rid of him. So now we have, let's see. All right. I'd say that's pretty good. Now let's move that over there. There and that. Wasn't he low-key canonically dead when he slipped on his pee in the cave? Yes. He did die. Like that was this time span. He started, then he slipped, and then he fucking died. That's... God, I guess... You gotta have one of those... You gotta have those characters that are just, like, cannon fodder, right? You got... Like, I have the Hoog, which is a nice character. People like the Hoog. So you can't just throw all your insults at the Hoog. So instead, we have Clown Guy, and we can insult the fuck out of Clown Guy. But yeah, if anybody wants to, the Hoog emote should be available. So, or rather, the Locust emote should be available. So, reload the page, and you should get access to the thing. Look up Moronic Fool. Look, huh? Oh, I see. Look at that. That's probably that's a very good emote. I'm glad. I'm happy with that one. And that one, like, I came out in like so that came out so well, so quickly. I'm happy. I feel good about that. True. That's effectively it. All right. So it's been an hour already. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with some pumpkin designs. And then after the pumpkin designs, I think we'll call it. So, yeah. I will see you guys in a few minutes. I won't forget about the frog. Just remind me. We're back. Okay. Let's do the frug. All right. So, how do I even start? I suppose I should draw a frog, and then post-frog being drawn, I can add an outfit. So let's do this. Frog. Now, frogs are like that, right? And then they got frog wearing hoog skin. I think that might be a bit big for a frog. So frog is like this, right? And then it goes like this. Like so. Tiny lump underneath a flat hoog. Could do that. But I kind of want to try drawing a frog. So let me see. Want some sour cream and onion chips. So my parents were on a vacation to Ireland, and they brought back a bunch of souvenirs, and amongst them was this brand of like chips, I guess, called Tato. Just Tato. And they were onion rings, effectively. They were like if you had Cheetos and decided to make them onion flavored. And gotta say, they were better than I expected. I kind of expected the onion flavored chips to be kind of dog shit, but yeah, no. Funyuns, I mean, I'm pretty sure Funyuns is a slightly different texture. Is it... Okay, wait, hold on. No, that does seem to be... At the very least, a similar texture. So, yeah. Probably. Okay, frog. Let's just, fill out the frog here a little bit. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Hoo-ha. Looks like a chemical. The frog or the Funyuns? Oh my G. Oh my G, Forg. Also, I don't know if I said hello, Howo. It's been a second since I've seen you in the chat. Well, admittedly, I'm pretty sure you may have shown up during the drunk driving stream, but as you could probably assume that my memory from that stream's a little bit foggy. So, yeah. I can't, especially since you and Tommy always have the same color username, so I can never tell. But, you know. Like, it's interesting because one of you has a name that is significantly longer than the other, but I still get them mixed up anyways because I'm reading them off, like out of the corner of my eye. Would I rewatch my drunk driving VOD? I have. I went to the like latter 30 minutes of it, you know, when we were particularly far gone. And I watched through that the night after just to make sure that I didn't say anything stupid. I did say stupid shit, but not like actual things. Because you got a bunch of numbers. I guess you do actually have the same length of name. That is true. I never thought of that. Tommy tried to make us dox ourselves. Did you? I don't remember that. Even if you did, we didn't get doxxed, luckily. Maybe? No, wait. Oh, it was a joke. I see. I remember barely that was actually a joke in the stream. I forgot. Legitimately. I had so much alcohol. I was also crossfaded, so, you know. It was more than just alcohol. A funny picture of my... Yeah. Yeah. Now I remember it. Oh, man. That was a fun stream, but it is definitely the kind of stream that I'm afraid to make. Specifically because I have no way of controlling my intonation while I'm inebriated. It's one thing, because I have a lot of sarcastic humor, you know? And so, like, when I'm hanging out with Biz, I'll be like, shut up, or stuff like that. And I try to make it very explicitly like I'm saying it as a joke. I watched back the stream, and there was one point where I just went, shut up! Like, no hint of it being a joke. Just me straight up saying, shut up. Even though I did not mean it that way. So, that's the kind of thing I want to avoid if I ever end up doing streams like that again. I'm trying to get these eyes to look like they're looking forwards. Okay, that works. Alright. So, from here, we gotta give him the Hoog costume. So, we're gonna take off a bunch of the stuff. Read your damn messages. Sorry, I get caught up in, like, one conversation, and it's tough. What great music I'm playing right now. Crystal Peak? Music... Oh, it's because we had the volume turned down significantly last stream because we were barely audible. Oh no, how would it... No, I said it to Biz, and I didn't want people to think that I was being, like, you know, that kind of person. I don't want to look like Beavis of Beavis and Butthead, or Butthead of Beavis and Butthead. You know? I want to look like dumbass who says shut up occasionally. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of self-consciousness, but still. I find it hard to do that kind of thing. Now, how should I... Should I just, like, have the suit like this? Okay, how's the music, by the way? Is it too loud? Too quiet? Something or other. Good? Alright. Music good. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna try adding like a hat thing, maybe. So that would require this go like this. Tall cryptic Hoog. I don't have like a PNG of that. I don't here. I could get the photos out. Been a while. I don't think I have them actually on. I do not. I do not have the photo frame on standby. So let me go do it. You sent one without a background, but it's... Oh, okay. I can go check that. This message is highlighted. Type your message here. Wow. Good message. Where even is the photo frame? Did I delete the picture of the photo frame that I'd been using? Yeah. That... Okay. Well, let me check for the see-through thing. You want a refund? I don't think I can refund you on that particular kind of message. Not deleted, just in the fan art. Ah, I see. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Let's just grab that. Tall Hoog. All right. That's the Tall Hoog. Get rid of the background here. When he was, yeah, when you could actually tell that it was the Hoog. Okay. Looks like something you will not name. A banana? Oh, that kind of works. It kind of looks like he's bending over to not hit the top of that little bar there. He's just peeking. Could also have him, you know. Yeah, it doesn't really fit on the thing there. You have games on your phone? Exactly. Now, should I make him, like, leaning over? Nah, I shouldn't be covering up the screen that much. Let's go with that. There we go. Next up. Oh, yeah, I'm still working on the frog, eh? Hi! Hi, Cheese. All right, so, frog. We gotta continue frog. Make him very small inside the music box. He would have to be tiny. Dude, I'd need to make him absolutely minuscule in order to do that. All right. What music box? I think he means the now playing box over there. Imai. Yeah, the Imai. All right. And then we'll have that going like so. I have no idea how to make an outfit for a frog. It's not a barnacle. I'll tell you that much. It's a bit strange looking, but hey, I'm trying here. I'm trying to put something together. Just for you, Cheese. Looks like he's being eaten by a fish. Yeah. That too. There's a lot of things he looks like right now. Now, the goal is to make it look kind of like a, you know, shitty costume that you'd give a dog. So, hopefully, that comes across. Yeah. Basically. Let's go like that. Ah, perspective. I hate perspective. I hate the pill. That was not a Mr. Krabs voice at all. I haven't watched SpongeBob in years. I don't know why I'm trying. Okay, we've almost got it. Just got to make it a little bit wider in this spot here. SpongeBob is the GOAT, though. I mean, I watched a lot of them when I was, like, young. Much younger. But it's been a while since I've been into TV shows. The early seasons were amazing. I do remember a lot of mention of that. Okay, so I'm gonna give the frog the Hoog's nose. And then we can add some strings. Like so. This is looking less and less like a frog, more and more like some kind of abomination. It's giving off Xavier Renegade Angel vibes. Especially with that nose. Peak has just been name dropped. I love how anytime you mention Xavier Renegade Angel, somebody knows. Somebody knows. You slumber a cucumber. You snows, you lows. I don't remember a lot of his monologues. That in that particular circumstance, I don't know if it was a monologue or a dialogue or a insanity, actual just insanity. Probably the latter. Or like a sleep-deprived, depressed hamster getting eaten by the Hoog. Yeah, it's closer. All right. The perspective is off a bit. Okay, so we're gonna go like that. I do quite like this track. It is also a little bit of a spooky themed thing, so. Yeah, exactly. that whole scene. I mean, Xavier Renegade Angel has so many just potent quotables. Do you believe in God? That whole thing. Well, that brings up the question. Fucking. Oh man, I need to rewatch Xavier Renegade Angel. Maybe not all of it, because I think I'd get a hernia, but I need to rewatch a good chunk of it. Alright, I'm gonna do away with these strings. And then gonna have something like this. Someone whose first language isn't English, your first contact with a series. Yeah, I could imagine. That sounds like a fucking fever dream. All right, and then we'll do like that. Frog foot. Yeah. It is, even for English speakers. Next time Biz is over and we end up getting, as my fucking dad would say, zonked, I'll have to put it on. It's so funny listening and, like, learning the slang of older generations, because it is always so uncool. However, sometimes it's really, like, good. You know, there, like, you would, in your day-to-day circumstances, somebody looks good, you're not going to call them dapper. However, there are always those very specific circumstances in which you, like, dapper is the only word that you could use to describe somebody's outfit. Which, I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with, you know, weed, but yeah. Sounds like a different word for cranking the honk. Bro, I'm zonking. You got me zonking. Oh. Oh, it's fucking Happy Wheels. Oh, my leg. Is this? Yeah, good enough. And then rear frog legs are big and, like, fat like that, eh? Don't they have webs? They're webbed. That's an easy addition. There we go. All right. Ever since you heard it in a series you like in a funny way, it's a word that, if you were to use it in the majority of circumstances, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, you don't know how to speak English in the modern world. Like, if I were to walk into, like, a classroom or something, dressed up in, like, a suit or something, and somebody said I look dapper. Well, actually, a suit is the exact circumstance in which you should, yeah. But if in any other circumstance where you look good, you're just dressed up nicely, and if somebody says you look dapper, I feel like that implies that I look ancient. I feel like it implies that that my sense of style is old. Top hat. True. If you're ever wearing a top hat, you deserve to be called dapper. I need to get my hands on one, just for the hell of it. All right, so let me move these things around a little bit, see if I can get it all evened up. with the nose, the whole frog thing doesn't really work. Because without a nose, it looks like a derpy-ass fucking frog. With the nose, it looks like some strange attempt at drawing a weevil creature. like it looks very, very different with and without the nose. You gotta have the mouth as close as physically possible to the eyes. That's how you draw a frog. Okay. Well, I'd say that's a frog. Maybe. No, he looks like he's not sure what to think about this. Yeah. He's getting to the point where he's just kind of confused. He doesn't know what's happening. Then again, I don't think he never really seems to know what's happening. I think that's just his reaction to the stimuli. What if okay, in the world, in the universe that I managed to get popular enough to, you know, have merch, have the possibility of merch, should I sell fucking hats, Hoog hats? Because I wouldn't want to make a stupid ass shirt, right? I wouldn't want to be like, oh yeah, no, I'll make a shirt and people will buy the shirt and that'll be it. That'll be the extent of my merch. Like, I'd want to do something stupid and goofy. So, no, that's not right. Not right at all. I'd have to make them really comfy. Well, I don't think anybody would ever be wearing them out. And you'd have to... True. I could only imagine this future being the same future that the U.S. decides to shut the fuck up about its tariffs and whatnot so that, you know, shit can be done. So hopefully in that circumstance... I guess the tariffs don't really... I don't know. I'm not an economist. I'm not an equilibrium. What if I just do it like this, actually? Oh, that's way easier. That's so much easier, actually. Just fucking spike. 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 Like that. That's so much easier, and it looks so much nicer. I did it. I bettered myself in my art. Speaking in math. Oh yes, the inverse derivative of this requires the arc sine of the tangent. Take the variable x and derive it. I want you to FOIL the derivative of x, and then from that you can tell me the square root of my penis. You know, math. What if that was what if that was the world's dumbest ploy to hint at my dick size? Like, what if somebody was like they were both really proud of their dick, but also didn't want to make it obvious, so they couldn't go out and be like, yeah, I've got an 8-inch dick. So instead they put together like an equation and was like, yes, if you figure this out, you will know how big my dick is. Somebody would do that. I know for sure somebody would do that. All right. Now I'm just going to duplicate this down. And we're gonna make some frog colors. All right. Go. All right. Like so. We're just gonna, yeah, whoa, that's a little too green, too bright rather. People start sending unwanted equations instead of pictures. Yeah, I mean, fair. I don't think I'd want either, but I could imagine unsolicited images are definitely the lesser of two evils there. All right, that's good enough. And then equations really are scary. No, I'm not saying that the images are the lesser evil. I'm saying that the who don't send unsolicited dick pics to people. Kids, I guess, especially kids. Don't do that. I said kids as though it was addressing kids. But also don't send pictures of your dick to people. Don't do it. Nobody wants to see your stank ass dick anyways. Alright. Actually, let me swap over to this pen. This is the only having to make a costume out of a character is interesting, especially for an animal like this, because this is the only part of the Hoog that is recognizable in any way. Otherwise, it's just a weird animal wearing a yellow sweater. The two eyes on the sides of his head are the only thing that define him as a character. It's just a funny challenge to try to make an outfit out of it. Alright, then we're gonna fill in the eyes. You look stinky, nobody asked, you just harass somebody, send unsolicited equations. Looks interesting, doesn't jump scare people, you look smart. Fair enough. Honestly, if there could be a societal push to make... Oh, yeah. Welcome, Holden. We're just talking about how much nicer the world would be if instead of sending unsolicited dick pics to people, men would instead send equations that add up to their dick size to people. And then I guess how complicated the equation is would then determine whether or not you're smart. He's terrified. so let's fill that in. Equations are scary. Wizards use them. Is that canon? I wouldn't know. I haven't hung out with any wizards recently. Anyways, I don't know if I don't know if this is up to the code or whatever that was required of me. It's the Hoog. Oh yeah, Holden, have you seen this? It's just a really cool little thing. Really, really cool little emote I made. Imagine you make a mistake and your size turns out to be I mean, that's really funny. What if you get into a debate with a woman because she does the math and your dick turns out to be like 1 inch shorter than you think it is because you set up the equation wrong? Oh man. Why is the Hoog Godzilla? It's like Godzilla if Godzilla, instead of a laser, just kind of spat out bees. So, I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. Now it looks like a hoog fish is eating this frog. It looks like he's got lips. That's really funny. That's not even how his mouth looks. The thing cuts off at around here. But it's a little too funny. Okay. Let's make it proper. The little arm thingies. Thank you. It was the one little bit of actual design thought that went into this. Okay. So now we take that. Gonna do like so. It doesn't look very much any better. Okay, that looks slightly better. Good enough. There we go. His empty stare. Yeah. Unless. Halloween. All right, here are the 2 Halloween things that I have made, I suppose. There really is that innate difference between, oh, you go Halloween for like scary shit or you go Halloween for goofy shit. And then there's the forbidden third option, which is sexy shit. Scroll down to see the sexy shit. It's down there. Trust me. Look at it. Look, it's right there. Just go get it. Oh no, it looks like time's running out. You will never see any sort of sexy hoog ever in the future. Subscribe to be able to scroll. Guys, subscribe to my channel to scroll down and see tits. Scroll down to see boobies. All right. So there's the frog. I don't know. I don't even think Cheese is here anymore. I think Cheese asked for this to be done and then left. But, yeah, the frog hoog costume is finished. Oh, man. YouTuber voice. Hey, guys, it's me, back at it again. We're going to be doing a little bit of a drawing challenge. Today, I'm going to try to draw the hoog with boobies. Anyways. Gone wrong. Gone sexual. Now that we're done this, let me just do this. Group. Actually, no, I'll just merge them. Forget the red arrows and circles. Yes, of course, of course. Cannot forget that. Alright, so we have a couple of things. Boog locust, frog. If the frog was any better done, I might consider putting it on the shelf, but, yeah, here, I'll grab a photo of it for usage later. Yeah. Save as PNG. Frog. Be lovely on the shelf. He can exist on this shelf, just not on the other shelf. Okay. Let's put him on the shelf, actually. Why not? Where is he? He disappeared. Nope, he's back. There he goes. He gets to hang out on the shelf, like so. Good enough. Could also just put a bunch of frogs here. Yes. He'll just kind of sit there and be happy or meh while watching the things that I create. I'm giving him a bunch of friends because I have so many images of frogs. No, not that one. I don't want to have to get rid of the background. There we go. We got the frog shelf. There's probably even more frogs somewhere within here, but I'm not even gonna worry. Now! Oh shit, I just fucked up. No, wait, hold on. Luckily, not a problem. Because I moved the file. So instead I'm gonna save this as the created document. Halloween doodles. Pumpkin designs. I don't know how many pumpkins I'm gonna buy. They're not really cheap. And also, transporting a pumpkin with a bike is not the easiest thing. So, I think max I would be doing is 2 pumpkins. Which, brings into question, what do I do with the pumpkins? Cooking stream right after? I mean, I would do... No, I couldn't do a cooking stream. There's too many people in my house. But, I think... Because what I like to do is I like to make cooked pumpkin seeds. It's just a thing my family's done a lot of. So, I'll probably make pumpkin seeds out of the pumpkin seeds. And then, we'll have to see whether or not the pumpkins end up being smashed or eaten. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But, alright. Any ideas? Any ideas? Going once, going twice? Going 3 times? 4 times? 5 times? Hoog. Well, yeah, the hoog is an obvious one, except I don't know how I would do the hoog. Would it be like a side profile picture of the hoog? Would I do like... It kind of looks like a capybara. That face shape. But no, it's supposed to be the Hoog. You could just put like a side profile, cause the Hoog is very close in proximity to a capybara, actually. Like this looks a lot more like a capybara than a groundhog. Because groundhogs have a head shape like this, not like this. I think I'm able to carve, but not all the way through in order to make more details. I could probably do that. It's been years since I properly carved a pumpkin, so I'd have to check. I'd have to see. We'll have to just wing it. But I could probably do that with like a potato peeler or something to get rid of the skin. The new emote minus the locusts. I could. I gotta have more logos and stuff to work with. Because the only thing I have for logos on my stream is the Hoog. I don't really have anything else that's like implicit of Ender Deej. Trying to think. What would be good to carve into a pumpkin? Clown guy? Could do clown guy. Could do clown guy cinema. That's an idea. Having clown guy cinema. Oh, wrong one. Like this, just kind of really just doing this shoddily. Some bullshit like that. Maybe. You know what? It might be a good idea to just do, like, just come up with ideas on the fly, you know? Because, I don't know. If I were a lesser YouTuber, I'd take the opportunity to be like, subscribe to me and I'll put your name on the pumpkin. Some bullshit like that. But I think I might just take down ideas that show up during the stream, like during the day of, because that might make it a little bit more chaotic. There'd be enough space on the pumpkin. Yeah. I mean, there'd be enough space for it, but I wouldn't do it because I don't have any reason for people to subscribe. There's nothing here for subscribers. So I guess I don't know. Okay. I think I might call it. I am getting kind of tired. So yeah, no. It's been a couple of things. A bit of mud redeem for a temporary YouTuber voice. Hey guys. I mean, I could just do that whenever. It's interesting because the YouTuber voice is very close in proximity to like a radio announcer voice. Hey guys. It's just like slightly deeper. And in this corner, we have... And in this corner... You know, it's just like a slightly higher-pitched version of my already... Like, my pre-existing announcer voice. There have actually been times and not just times, I mean the majority of the times that I do that voice where I'm like, yes, in this corner, buy my snake oil supplements. I started going into old-timey, prospector. Yeah, exactly. But whenever I do that voice, people who haven't heard it before, there's a good chance that they'll be like, you sound like Alistair from Has Been Hotel. And then I listen to the voice of Alistair from Has Been Hotel, and I realize, yeah, it's just a dude doing the voice. It's just let somebody go, yes, and you, good sir. And it's literally just that voice with a voice changer on it, except everybody is adamant. Everybody is adamant that that's the voice. That's the one voice. The one person character who has that voice. Anyhow. I believe it is time to call it for tonight. Not sure about that one. Would need a static voice over. I don't think I have one. Yeah. Yeah, filter. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I could probably do his voice. It's just his voice isn't a standout example of a announcer. It's just a regular ass announcer voice with the filter on it. So there's nothing particularly special about it. It's just funny to me that everybody goes to that as an example of that voice. There's no other example of it. But I'm going to stop procrastinating. I will see you guys this coming Saturday, when we will be doing some horror games. No, I Am Not Human is definitely coming up. So I'm going to have to buckle up and make sure I don't shit myself while playing it. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.